Am I doing well financially? Am I good enough? Why are other people my age seemingly much better off than me? How can they afford this? How can they afford that? These are all questions you've probably asked yourself a few times. The financial part of life can, at times, feel very overwhelming, especially if you're young and don't have too much knowledge about personal finance and money. In this video, we will show you 7 signs you are doing well financially. Let's go. Disclaimer: nothing in this video is financial advice. Number 1. You know how much you earn and you know how much you spend. Being realistic about your finances is a very crucial step on your path to financial freedom. Meaning, if you have a job with some stable income, look at what you actually have for yourself after taxes and bills. Many people have a well-paid job and think to themselves, wow, I make $120,000 a year, so I can afford this and that. This is the wrong mindset. Avoid lifestyle inflation at all costs. After this video, start off by looking at how much money you could save if you bought a car and a house you can actually afford. Look into ways to minimize expenses and spendings, and instead, look into ways of maximizing the potential of your money. Gain complete control of your finances by making a realistic budget. If you don't even know how much money you earn and spend, how could you ever be financially free? Number 2. You actively learn about money and finance. If you're actively learning about money and finance, congratulations. You're doing things most others can't be bothered to sit down and do. Teaching yourself valuable skills and lessons within personal finance is important. Analyses of rich people suggest that they really value self-education and reading to learn more about the real world. Consider finding a podcast, YouTube channel, or a book that seems interesting to you. Number 3. You invest your money. You've heard this one a million times before, but it's so incredibly important. Investing your money is like exercising. You're thinking about your future self, which shows that you're mature enough to acknowledge that there are many days ahead to live through. Investors are mature enough to prioritize investing over impulse shopping and avoiding bad habits. As mentioned in number 1, making a budget will make you realize how much money you can invest every month. Just keep one thing in mind. Investing is a marathon, not a sprint. So, when you experience your first red numbers, don't feel pressured to set it all off. Keep your cool and think things through. Enjoying this video so far? Consider leaving a like and subscribe. Number 4. You don't have much debt. Debt is not always a bad thing. We usually categorize debt between good and bad debt. Good debt comes from investing in your future self, such as learning new skills, taking courses, a degree, or even buying a house that you can afford. Bad debts are typically high-interest loans. They break your finances and don't help you with building wealth, and they are not assets. If you have debt, consider contacting someone who could give you financial advice. They'll tell you what you should prioritize using your money on. It'll be either paying off debt, saving, or investing. Number 5. You plan ahead before making a big purchase. When choosing a credit card, buying a house, car, or even picking the right bank or investing app, make time for some research. If you need to do research on something, that is a good thing. First of all, it means that you have more than just one option. Second of all, it might mean that you have enough money to afford multiple options if needed. Researching before making such a big decision will benefit you a lot financially and mentally. Make sure, once again, to also make a budget for the purchase if necessary. Set a financial goal for each big occasion, whether it be a big trip, a house, a car, or even a wedding. Plan ahead for it. Number 6. You pay your bills every month and still have money. If you can afford your utilities, housing, food, loans, and transportation, and still have money left over, you're better off than most people. Let's take an example in America. 55% of them only break even, or even spend more than they make every single month. When all of your expenses are paid off, do you still have money left? Can you still afford to buy some things you want and at the same time make clever investments into yourself and your finances? If so, congratulations. You don't really have to worry about having a night out, buying some games, going to the movies, or even just enjoying yourself once in a while. Remember, to not go crazy with living below your means. Your life is meant to be lived. Number 7. You're not really worried about your financial future. Not being worried about your financial future can be a very good thing or a very bad thing. It either means you haven't given any thought to your future self, or it means you have given thoughts to your future self. If you're one of the clever ones, you have thought about both your young future self and your retirement future self. Being confident in your future is a positive thing. It means you've invested in assets that are historically proven to be great and that you have a plan for yourself. How many of our signs have you been able to tick off? Just 1 or 2 means you're well on your way to financial freedom. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more animated finance videos. Thank you very much for watching.